Gather around, everybody. Allow me to introduce you to one of the best games on the Gamecube, Mario Sunshine. So without further ado, let's check it out. The story shows Mario going on a vacation with Princess Peach to a place called Isle Delfino. Shortly after arriving, Mario is arrested by the locals who accuse him of spreading a disgusting paint-like substance around their island, which is causing the source of their light, the Shine Sprites, to flee. Mario is then sentenced to clean all the goop off the island with a talking water pump called Flood, and so your job as an island-wide janitor begins. If you've ever played Super Mario for the N64, you'll be pretty familiar with how this game is constructed. You'll hop into portals in order to access the many different levels and areas located around Isle Delfino. If you complete a level, you'll be awarded with a Shine Sprite, which will make the area in Delfino Plaza, the main hub for the game, a bit brighter. If you want to have any chance of completing these levels, you'll need help from Flood. You can use Flood to spray out a stream of water from his tank to clean up goop, take out enemies, or just flat out annoy people. Flood's other main function is his hover nozzle, which allows you to hover through the air for a short time. And remember, just because Flood looks like a jetpack doesn't mean you can fly. I learned the hard way. There are also additional abilities Flood can acquire, such as the rocket nozzle, which blasts Mario into the air, and the turbo nozzle, which allows you to speed towards your next location at the major expense of your water tank. Speaking of the water tank, if it gets empty, you'll have to refill it at a nearby water source. Don't worry, they're everywhere. The levels are awesome. They were all unique and fun to explore. There are also quite a few of them, though I guess that's kinda normal. There are 8 Shine Sprites to collect in each level, as well as additional secret sprites that you can snag if you're crafty enough to find them. After progressing to a certain point in this game, you can ride on Yoshi if you give him the right fruit. He runs faster and jumps higher than Mario, but for some reason completely disintegrates in water. Oh no! Yoshi! Oh! Yoshi can also spit out juice from his stomach, which is basically the equivalent of puking. That's really nasty. There are also several bosses in this game that were fun and challenging. So challenging, in fact, that if you're like me, you may just totally screw up on the first boss in the game. Yeah, not my finest battle. They're all fun to fight as you have to use Flood in unique ways in order to beat them. Now, I have to stop right here and mention this boss. You have to get in his mouth and clean his teeth. That's disgusting! How does Mario get roped to doing this stuff anyway? Like I said earlier, there are 8 normal Shine Sprites to collect in each level, as well as secret sprites. There are 120 Shine Sprites in all, so you'll be coming back quite frequently to try and round them all up, which is no easy task. This game is pretty difficult at times, especially in certain levels where Flood is taken from you and you have to finish the level without him. Those levels are evil. However, the rest of the game retains a decent challenge to it, so you won't end up ripping your own head off. If you like Mario games, you will love Mario Sunshine. It has great level designs, plenty of fun extras to track down, and it's overall a great challenge. The only problems I had with the game is that the camera could be a bit of a pain to use sometimes in tight areas, and that in certain situations, it could be hard to see how close you are to certain objects. But all that aside, the game is great, and if you can find it for around $30, you should definitely pick this up. Mario Sunshine gets a 9 out of 10